actually done exercise in a while, but I've started walking to and from work, which is great because it saves me like 50 quid a week on taxi fares. But the problem is that every time I walk back, I literally feel like my heart is about to collapse. I should probably start going to the gym, but you know what? I just can't be bothered. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another Monday video. In today's video, I would like to talk to you guys about that thing that happens, I'm sure you guys can relate, when people read out your phone number wrong. So what I mean by when people read out your phone number wrong, okay, for those of you who don't understand, everybody has their own way of reading their phone number out. So for example, the way I read my number out when I'm giving it to people is 382. And you know, I'm very comfortable with this fact. I've always said it like that. It just has a nice ring to it. It's easy for me to remember. I'm one of those people that likes to know their own number off by heart. Obviously, my mum has her own way of reading her number out, and my little sister has her own way of reading her number out. But the problem comes is when somebody reads your number back to you and they don't read it how you do. So I've been having to make quite a lot of calls recently, and each time they ask for my number and I give it to them, and they will read it back to me and double check with me. The problem is that any slight alteration of the rhythm in which my number is read to me, my brain cannot actually compute whether it is actually my number or not. So for example, this one time I made a call, the lady on the phone read my number out, and she read it like this. Wow, I actually really cannot remember a number. Okay, here we go. So she reads out my number as 382. Like, it's literally gibberish to me. I was reading it off my phone and I was like, that's not my number. And it happens all the time. It is very rare that you will find someone, and I find this quite fascinating actually, but it is actually very rare that you find someone that reads out your number the exact same way that you do. Even my sister, if I give her my number and I get her to read it out to me how she would read it out, it's completely different and it really throws us off. But I think it's really interesting because it just shows how we remember things in different ways. Like mine is more to do with the rhythm and the sound of your numbers and what works, because each of my numbers I will read out differently. I don't just do 5, 3, 3. Yeah, that's right. That's the amount of numbers in a number, right? I haven't always done it in the segment of 5, 3, 3. Some of my old numbers I did like 3, 4, and however many numbers it takes to add to 11. But honestly, depending on the sound of the individual numbers and the actual rhythm of it, I read my number differently each different time. The other problem that I have is that I also have to make a lot of calls to my mum. Now, I don't know my mum's number off by heart. I don't think most people do, and if you do, congratulations. I'm sure your mother is very proud of you. But unfortunately, I don't know my mama's number. So adding to the fact that if you read the number out weirdly, to me at least, and I don't know the number off by heart, we're gonna have a lot of problems. You could literally say, is your number SUNBAKED? And I would go, yeah, that is my number. Yeah, just give me a call anytime you want on that thing that you just read out. I really don't know. And there's no point getting them to repeat it. I don't know whether Americans do this or whether it's just a British thing, but you try not to ask people to repeat questions. I don't know whether it's like, it's just a bit awkward. I don't usually have qualms about going, oh, sorry, what? I didn't hear what you just said. But, you know, you can only ask a certain number of times. And I don't think one of the valid reasons for not understanding someone properly is that you didn't read out my number right. Can you please read it out again, but read it out like this? But anyway, I think this is it for this week, guys. I just wanted to tell you guys about my weird number reading. I'm sure you guys have your own way of reading your numbers out too. Let me know in the comments below. Don't write your phone number in the comments below, by the way. I know most of my viewers are pretty sensible people, but I know there's just one idiot that will leave their phone number out somewhere, and please don't do that unless you want to be prank called. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's video again. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you do enjoy watching my ranty videos. Please click here to watch some of my other videos and click here to subscribe to me, and I will see you guys next week for another Monday video. Bye!